to Jeff and Jer on San Diego's KYXY 96.5.
This is kind of like a modern-day message in a bottle. It's the message on a cell phone. All right, Tommy, bring us up to speed with what happened on our show yesterday. We got a email from one of our 11 listeners, John Peterson.
And he found the phone at the Silver Strand over the weekend, and he downloaded the pictures on the SIM card, and he sent us the link, and we posted the pictures on KYXY.com and our Facebook page, and we asked our listeners if they know who this person was, if they recognize anyone in the picture. We noticed that one of the pictures was from University City High School. We called Norma, that works at the front desk. She went around and looked at the pictures and asked people that she recognized that still go to school there if they can figure out who it is. And they did. And that person is on the phone.
Wow.
She's on line 10. Her name is Cynthia Tadarinsky.
Well, Cynthia.
Good morning. It's an honor, sir. I love you guys so much.
Well, it's really cool for us, Cynthia. There's a energy in this whole thing, just knowing that we found the person, because it just doesn't seem possible if you lose your cell phone in the ocean that you'd be on the radio and somebody would find it. It is like, Cynthia, it's like a message in a bottle washing up on shore.
You want to know what? It really is, because I've been faithfully listening to you for 8 or 9 years. I love Tommy. I was so bummed when they took you off the radio. I actually cried because it was one of the things that made me happy in the morning, because there was so much going wrong at the time. And it's just like you guys picked me up. And I'm like, of all people, God had a plan, because it had to be, because there's no coincidence in this life. I believe everything happens for a reason, and I love you, Jeff and Jer. I love Tommy, and I'm like, if anybody had to do this, I'm glad it's you, because you guys are the bomb. And I've been through a lot. Okay, my sister, she's from the first marriage, just to make it short. And we've known each other for years and whatnot, but we lost contact for a very long time because of moving things, whatnot, because she lived with us out here for a while and went back to Alabama. Well, my brother from the first marriage, of my dad's, Mark, who I love so much. He was always my favorite brother, because my oldest brother, Michael, died of cancer, too, when I was 12. So it's been kind of crazy. I've had a lot of cancer in my family. My dad had throat cancer. My mom had uterus cancer. So thank God I've escaped it, and I pray I keep doing that. But my brother located my parents' phone number when my grandmother passed away and relocated all of us. And we had a family reunion, and it was just awesome. It's like we never left each other.
Okay,
after not seeing each other for 9 years.
So the reason she's telling you about the cancer in her family is because she lost a family member, and you did have a last picture of that family member. Who
yes,
was it?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Your sister from your father's first marriage, who was very dear to you, and the last picture of her was where? Inside
that cell phone on that chip.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Okay. Now that gives me chills.
And the funniest part is, what gives me chills is I was just depressed in a funk, and I didn't want to leave my room for a few days, and my cousin said, we're going to the Kids for Cancer event at Coronado. I said, really? She said, they need someone for the dunk tank. And I went, what? And she said, come on, Cindy, let's do. So I actually did the dunk tank for the event and let the kids drown.
Okay. And now, where were you when you lost that cell phone?
I was down at the park in Coronado, down by the Navy base, and that's why I'm tripping right now, because that phone had to swim miles. And Samsung, love you, awesome product, because the chip survived.
Yeah, that's
like,
amazing.
Wow.
And Tommy told us that not only was that picture on there and you lost it, but that you had been praying about getting that phone back.
Yeah, I actually got on my knees in tears one night and said, you know, God, I lost my school at UC High and had to move to middle school. All my kids call me Mom. And Norma, I love you. I know you're listening. I love my staff, and I'm going to have to deal with adjustment. My sister's sick. I'm helping her with that. There was just a lot of things going on. My dad had a minor stroke right before my sister passed away, so it was just crazy. You know, I'm like, it's something good, please. And then I was going through my new phone, and there was a certain picture I wanted, and I realized, well, that's too bad because it's in my chip. So I went to the beach to run, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go down to Coronado. And I sat on the beach, and I just prayed to God, if there's somebody out there that found this phone, Can they be decent and not keep it? Can they go through the contacts? Can they do something? Because they can keep the phone if it works. I just want my chip back.
This was meant to be. We were meant to. Like you said, there is no such thing as a coincidence. How did you lose the phone when you were at that park?
It was meant to be you because I love you so much. You're awesome. Okay.
I'm so glad we met up. How did you lose your cell phone when you were at that park at the Kids for Cancer event?
Or not. I was dripping wet, and one of the kids came up to me. Miss Cindy, I can't tie my shoe. And he was one of the cancer kids that just went into remission from leukemia, by the way. And I said, you know what? I'm going to teach you how. So I taught him this little shoe tying song, and I was showing him how to do it. And I sat my phone down on the sand. Well, then one of the kids, they were building sandcastles, which there should be a picture in there, I think, of one of the sandcastles. I don't know if it's still there, but I have it in this phone, too. We went down to look at the sandcastles because I took some earlier of them, and I wanted to see the complete product. And I left my phone on the beach, and I guess it must have washed up. We went back looking for it, couldn't find it, did everything that we could do to try to find it. And a lady looked at me and goes, what are you looking for? And I said, a cell phone. She goes, I think a jogger picked it up and went that way with it. And she pointed, and I went, wow. I said, well, so much for that. I guess I'm not going to see my phone.
So you thought it was, like she said, somebody took your phone, and in fact, it wasn't. The ocean had taken your phone, and so what turned out to be like people's lowest moments, if somebody had stolen your phone, was in fact not that, and it was the kindness of somebody. How long was your phone in the water before John Peterson found it there on the Silver Strand?
Thank God you guys are sitting down 3 months.
Whoa, 3 months in the ocean?
And kicked around in the ocean for 3 months.
Okay, this is now officially scary.
And if you want to see the pictures, it's on KYXY.com or Jeff and Jer Showgram on Facebook. You can see all of the pictures that are on there.
I just got the chills.
That is scary.
That led us to Norma, that led us to Cynthia and the story of the cell phone that was in the water for 3 months. Ooh. So thanks to John Peterson, not only for finding that thing, but how cool is it that John took the time to download your pictures and aggressively seek out your story?
I just want to say thank you to John.
Hey, I'll put him on the phone. Cynthia, I'll put him on the phone with you. Hold on a second here.
I would love that.
John, Cynthia, John.
Hi, John.
Hello.
There, now you can hear
Hello?
Now you can hear him.
Hello.
John?
Yes.
And she wants to thank you, John.
He's breaking up. I can't hear him.
Yeah, he can hear you.
I can hear you fine.
I love you, John. I just want to say thank you so much. It's very touched my heart what you did, and it means a lot. And you're a great guy. You're awesome. Thank you.
No problem. My pleasure. Glad to find you.
It just, I was like, wow. And you know what? You restored my faith in God and people to know that even through all the bad, there's still good out there. So thanks for showing me that there's still good out there and why I keep the glass half full all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no problem. My son was actually the one that looked at the phone. I was ready to throw it away because it was pulverized. And he's the one that looked. He was the one that looked at it and said, "Hey, Dad, there's a card in here." And after we took that card out, I was like, yeah, we were not going to be able to read it. And so my friend Kevin had a card reader in his trailer, and we hooked it up to his computer, and voila, there were all the pictures.
Well, you did a good thing, John,
Wow.
because as you heard, that phone had the last picture of her sister, who she unfortunately lost to cancer. So it's a cool story. And John, thanks for being a part of it all.
No problem, guys.
Hey, John, tell your son I love him and thank you. He's awesome.
Yeah, will do.
There it is.
Wow.
Cynthia and
Wow.
the story of the cell phone that traveled from the park in Coronado miles in the ocean over 3 months and came
Wow.
back.
I have chills right now. I can't believe my hair is standing back on my neck because I just can't believe this.
This is my favorite story ever.
Yeah.
On the radio with you guys.
Yeah, it's when people ask what your favorite thing that happened was, well, this will be it.
Yeah, you know what? I love you guys. And like I said, I faithfully listen to you every morning. I loved your stupid news this morning, by the way. That was classic. The kidney and the getting fired.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
thanks a lot.
Cynthia, thanks for being on the other end of the radio. This was all meant to be, and we're happy to be a part of your life.
And
Well, I
Cynthia?
just pray I get my school job back next year somewhere, and I keep being able to listen in the morning on the way to work because the district's been crazy. So thank you so much.
You're
and
welcome,
Tommy,
Cynthia.
I love you. And Jeff and Jerry, I love you. And keep doing what you do because you make my day every day.
Yes?
She's still listening.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say hi.
Oh. Would you like to ask her? Cynthia?
Hello?
How do you feel? How do you feel about Laura?
I like Laura. I think she's cute.
Okay, there you go.
But you don't love me?
She loves.
I love Laura, too. I love all you guys.
Oh, okay.
Believe me. I mean, I listen to the whole
Hold
show.
on.
I think you're awesome because you keep the guys in check.
Now Randy's clearing his throat. Randy, how do you feel about Randy?
Randy's rad.
All right, there you go. She likes Laura. Randy is rad. That's what you're gonna. That's all.